Imagine a world where real intertwines with the unreal. Virtual reality. We're definitely catching up to that sci-fi dream. Where we were once used to be content with paintings, we moved on to pictures and then moving images. Now, we are in the age of virtual reality. But what is virtual reality? And what effects will this new medium bring to our day and age? Especially if it takes cyber gaming to a whole new level. In 2005, Seung-Sop Lee, a bespectacled skinny man of 28 years of age, just lost his job due to hours spent on gaming. His lifestyle caused him to lose adequate nutrition and sleep. This, coupled with the breakup with his girlfriend, agitated him. Lee went on a 50-hour game binge on his favorite computer game in a cybercafe, depriving himself of sleep for 3 days. On the third day, Lee fell off his chair and was rushed to the hospital. The cause of his death? Heart failure resulting from exhaustion and dehydration. This was only one case of gaming addiction that started to raise awareness to compulsive gaming habits. Will VR push gaming further down this road? Virtual reality, a blessing, or can it also be misused as easily by those who have fallen into its immersiveness? Follow my journey into finding the benefits that VR brings, and also the pitfalls of this medium. For the longest time, humans have been trying to push the boundaries of their immersive entertainment. Up until recently, we have that breakthrough. In VR, users are immersed in a 3D environment where they can physically move through and interact with the gameplay. In order to understand VR better, I have made my journey to Game Solution Center, the melting pot for VR enthusiast startups.
I would say for gaming, virtual reality gaming in general, it's the biggest plus point is immersion, like actually being there. We plug you into the game with the VR view, so you can actually look around, left, right, forward, back. You can look like beside bridges and all that. So that adds a lot of like immersion to the game.
Oh man!
Matrix, right?
You got two perspectives here. One is the entertainment side, quite simple. They want to entertain you, either by games or whatever. And then another one is the creative side. So long time ago, if you want to create 3D models, you need to use your mouse and keyboard, which is like you need to take 2-3 months to learn about it and then start to be proficient on it. But with virtual reality, with these two things, right, you can actually draw using your hand in 3-dimensional now. So this unlocks the creativeness of people. I mean, no other medium can achieve that easily, right? If you think about that.
Virtual reality is a powerful way to tell stories because by immersing someone in the virtual world, you literally put the audience into other people's shoes. And then it's easier to create empathy that way. Maybe that's how virtual reality storytelling has contributed to video storytelling. So virtual reality itself is not really a new technology. It has actually been invented a long time ago. But the customer-friendly devices have only started to appear since 2014 when this guy called Palm Luckey developed this thing called Oculus in the US, and then in 2014 it was acquired by Facebook.
How long this thing came out, right? HTC by Oculus, 2 years? You see, got so many ways already. You see a lot of people spending a lot of time and resources on thinking about all this kind of way already.
So as you can see, a lot of those companies are gearing themselves up to move to this direction because they can see the value of virtual reality.
The key word is immersion. Immersion into a parallel reality where the consequences are not as threatening. Who wouldn't want that virtual reality? As fantasy and reality blurs, which one is which? The possibility of interaction in VR will inevitably cause the lines between fantasy and reality to be blurred. The question is, if this compulsion to experience VR becomes a similar addiction to cyber gaming, what would its effects be?
What classifies addiction? There are 5 broad areas. One of the main features of addiction is definitely what we call this whole idea of obsession. Obsession meaning a person keeps thinking and brooding over the object of his obsession. So along the line of obsession is this whole idea of compulsion. So needing to keep on engaging in that behavior. A third feature of addiction is what we call withdrawal. So if a person does not engage in this behavior, he or she will demonstrate or display certain withdrawal symptoms. Like for example, emotional, like being angry or being isolated socially. A fourth feature of addiction is what we call tolerance. So you need more and more of the same substance or the same activity in order to feel the same level of satisfaction. And of course, the last one, there's a central feature of addiction is what we call a central life issue. So a person's life revolves around this addictive behavior.
There have been cases of violence arising from the need to fulfill their addiction, and they're getting younger and younger. Stealing and starving to pay for their addictions could be later replaced with assault, or even killing.
I meet a lot of clients who have an issue with cyber gaming. And his friend decided that, hey, look bro, this is the real deal, right? I mean, you experience this in the gaming world, we also can do it in real world, let's try. They were discussing to jump off a building and to think that they're like Superman and they can fly. Thankfully, their group of friends, nothing happened to them, right? But it was scary enough to have considered and contemplated those actions. But it came too close to home. During that period of time, the papers reported that actually they were young people who are also playing the same game as them, actually jump off the building.
I mean, technology on its own is very neutral, it's not good, it's not bad. VR definitely sounds like a very useful tool, but I think in general we also need to be aware of some of the possible effects and able to manage it and use it wisely.
For content creators, it is also extremely important for us to realize the social responsibilities we shoulder.
So I wouldn't judge like a whole industry based on this one or two cases. Yeah, it's like you could be addicted to a book, you could be addicted to movies, you could be addicted to gaming, you could be addicted to anything.
All in all, VR has done more good than bad. As with all things, moderation is key. VR is our future development. Why should we shun it?
Gaming does help individuals to become better, right, in self-confidence, self-esteem. Too much will be an addiction, as with all other things that make a person feel good. Too much of alcohol, too much of pornography, too much of like this and that. Anything too much of will lead you to some negative effect.